college studying music performance, and today we are talking about changing your major. Pull out a notebook, take some notes, and write this down because you're going to want to remember these 5 things that I'm going to share with you before you change your major. Trust me, it'll help you. And if it doesn't, guess what? That's not an option. So do it. The very first thing you need to know before switching your major is the fact that it may put you behind a semester, a year, or even 5 years. It depends on when you switch your major and also what major you're switching to. When you switch your major, I would personally recommend switching your major as soon as you are questioning your major. Start considering all these following options, investigating, researching, and do it. Some of us take a little longer and linger on the thought of switching just because it's scary to switch. I made the switch in the middle of my sophomore year and it only put me a semester behind. Now, the amount of time it pushes your graduation date back also depends on which major you're transferring. If you transfer from something like music to psychology, obviously there are no classes that merge or overlap, so that means you'll have to start fresh, basically become a freshman in the psychology major world. Switching from something like music to music, like I did, I went from music education to music performance. Now I was taking all those performance classes that I missed from the 2 years that I was in education, if that makes sense. Rare cases where switching your major might even help you graduate at an earlier time. She switched her major from music education to having a BA in music, which is a more generalized major in music. And because she didn't need to take those core education classes, she was able to graduate a semester, or I believe a whole year. So that is when you'll see people graduating early. But like I said, those are rare. The second thing you need to consider is the fact that it may cost you more money or less money. Again, that depends on your graduation date, how many more semesters you need to be in school, because the amount of time you're in school is the amount of money you're gonna pay for. Número 3, the third thing you need to know before you switch your major is you need to take time and think. Why do you want to do this? The future. What will you do with that major once you graduate? Taking your brain through the process of thinking through these things challenge you into thinking that you cannot settle for any major, for a future that you don't see yourself having. Number 4, in the process of you making the decision of whether you should change your major or not, it's gonna be you versus the world. People will say, they will give you this look. They'll be like, you know, if you do it once, you'll do it constantly just because you don't know what you want to do with your life. Isn't it too late? Also, just so you know, it's gonna cost you way more money, and I don't think that's worth it. Shouldn't you already know what you want to be since you're already in college? People will also try to point out the cons of the major you want to switch to. Just be a lawyer or a doctor. You make millions. It's gonna be you versus the world, and guess who's gonna come out winning? You. This is your future, not theirs. Honestly, it pisses me off that people undermine people when they want to switch their major. I've seen it so much, and I don't like it. People need to stop and be more encouraging of the fact that they're finding out more about themselves, because it is college, it is where you explore. Now, it's not only going to be you versus the world, unfortunately. It's going to be you versus you as well at times. One day, you may be happy with the fact that you want to switch majors, and the next, you might be doubting yourself. And let me tell you, if you do decide to go through with the switch, you might even be questioning yourself after you've done the switch. Have I doubted myself in the fact that I should have stuck with education? Yes, I did. I doubted myself the very first month I made the switch. But now, building a studio, performing wherever I can, and the fact that my income may not be as steady as other careers, it excites me. It pushes me to do things I thought I could never do. Having fears, having doubts in yourself and your switch, it is okay, it is normal. Just remind yourself why you made the switch. And that is why thinking about why you're doing the switch is important, because you'll always go back to the why. And if you don't know why, then maybe you're not meant to switch right now. Maybe you're meant to feel out the major you're in right now, and although you may not be as content as you want to be, you might have to wait a little longer, research some more majors until you figure it out. Now, number 5, Changing your major is okay. No matter the times, no matter when you do it, no matter what major you're switching to, it is okay. When you come to college, your interest, who you are as a person, your passions will change. And it's not for the worse, it's for the better. Now do me a favor, give yourself a quick hug right now. I know that's really cheesy, but this topic is really huge. Feel like you have no supporters out there? You have me. I support you. I support your decision, especially if you've considered all of the things that I brought up in today's video. And I'm going to tell you that I believe in you, and I believe that you're gonna make the best decision for you. See you next time on my next video. Click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you're switching your major. Comment below what you're switching to, or if you're not, what you were thinking about switching to. See you in my next video. Bye.